Now, this case regarding Satish and Satya. Earlier, seeing that the guy is following, when she came home and told her mother, who's a head constable in Alandur police station, she came and told her. So immediately her mother went in the jurisdiction of T Nagar and went and complained against Satish not to follow her daughter. He is stalking. Sensing that her son is going to be arrested, Satish's mother comes and falls at the feet of Satya's mother and ensures that no action is taken against him. Now, after this incident of throwing her in on the railway track and decapitating her, now her mother, today's video says that her daughter is blemishless. She was never interested, and this happened to her daughter.
So stalking is a very serious offence, and you can take the history of Tamil Nadu. Even before this, one Miss Swati was killed in Tamil Nadu due to this one-side love, due to this stalking, and it is a very serious offence. In those days, just 10 years back, 20 years back, one Sariga girl was killed due to this eve teasing. Stalking and eve teasing will be correlated. One person who is involving in stalking will also tease the girl. So stalking and eve teasing was a very serious offence. So what the police will do on such cases, as soon as they get a report, they will not ask the person to come for an inquiry. They should not have asked. What they should do, they will go under disguise. In those days, the women police will go under disguise, and they will be following the person, and they will be seeing whether that person really involves in stalking. If he involves in stalking, immediately they will take care of the person. They will bring him to the police station. They will file a case. After that, they should send him for judicial custody. This is what the police should do. Police should not make any compromise on such offences, because it is not a compoundable offence. Recently, Supreme Court had said that even High Court should not quash such offences against women. So the police, even if both the parents come and say that we are going for a compromise, they should not shed their responsibility. They should have filed an FIR, send him for police custody, judicial custody, at least let him be in prison for 15 days. And after that, they were not involved in such activities. Only because the police had settled the issue, this murder had happened. Then secondly, it was a very gruesome murder. It was a very, very, very new technique, because while the train was coming, he was just pulling her.
No, he was watching her for the past 3 days. Yeah. He was watching a moment at what time she is coming to the station, where and how she is chatting, and when the train approaches, how she approaches the train. So all this, they say it's a well planned.
Because there was such a scene in a Tamil movie, and where they had shown such a scene. It was taken from an English movie. By copying from the English movie, there was such a scene which was added in a Tamil film. Only by seeing the film, he has got an idea. My first message to the cine world is that while making movie, you should be very careful, because previously, during 20 years back, there was one movie acted by Satyaraj, Nooravad Naal, 100 Days, and there was a gruesome murder. After seeing the movie, one person had murdered 9 persons continuously. And when he was arrested, he was telling to the police that on seeing that movie, I had executed the murder. So, cinema, what is that? Hollywood people should have the responsibility to see that all such nasty scenes should not be shown in cinema. So, and then the third point is that the punishment which has to be given to the accused. And it should be investigated, it should be inquired by a Mahalir court, that is women's court has been established. Women's court will be will be delivering the judgment at least in 1 year. And here the question will arise, because the FIR should have been filed under section 302 IPC. In 302 IPC there are 2 punishments. One is life imprisonment. Another is capital punishment,
death penalty.
Which is hanging. Most of the cases they will be giving only life imprisonment. Life imprisonment, after 14 years, there is a chance that they might have come out. And hanging, the Supreme Court had delivered so many judgments that it should be given only in rarest of rare cases.
Yes.
So my request to the judiciary is that this should not be only life imprisonment should not be given in this case. It is a rarest of rare case where capital punishment, that is hanging, should be given to the accused. Because he should be eliminated from the society.
Yes.
Second thing is the delay made by the judiciary. What is the delay? The Magalir court, that is a woman court, will take at least 1 year to finish the case, to deliver the judgment.
Yes.
After that, the accused will go to the High Court for appeal. High Court will take at least 2 years to finish the case. After that, he has the chance to go to Supreme Court. It will take another 2 to 3 years in Supreme Court to get the judgment. After that, if hanging is given, and they can even file pardon, petition for pardon to the President of India. If it is given to the President of India, clemency petition, that is it. President will take at least 2 to 3 years to dispose the case. In Rajiv Gandhi's case, clemency petition was pending with the President of India for 14 years.
14 years.
So, if clemency petition is pending for 2 to 3 years, even after that, they can file a curative petition before the Supreme Court. So, for every murder case, it will take, if they exhaust all the appeal remedies, it will take at least 6 to 10 years to execute the punishment. This should not happen in India. This is a very ridiculous procedure which we have been following. So everything should be finished within 2 years. They should see that. Then only the culprits will have some kind of fairness for involving in such crime. So that is why the punishment should be given within a short period of time, particularly for this case.
I see a lot of similarity between this case and Swati case, where she was killed at the station. And last year, in September 2021, a girl named Shweta was killed by a guy called Ramachandran, where he stabs her with a kitchen knife near Tamram station. This also happened last September. About the Hasini case, within 1 year, he was given the verdict. He was awarded 46 years of life rigorous imprisonment and death. Why is that in India, that they are not exercising capital punishment? By the time the hearing happens, when it comes, even if you say that this Hasini case is also one of the rarest of rare cases. So why isn't that the death penalty is not given, is my question.
When death penalty has been given, what is the necessity of giving 46 years imprisonment? Because
they have combined all the sections and the POCSO.
It is a ridiculous judgment. This person is going to be hanged. When this person is hanged, what is the necessity of giving imprisonment? That is ridiculous. Because there are only two options. There are only two options in 302. Either life imprisonment
or death penalty.
You can give only one punishment. How can you give both the punishments? That is ridiculous. That is a ridiculous judgment.
That's why even till day he has not been hung, and he is still in the jail.
Nowadays, it has become practice in Tamil Nadu. The politicians are very much responsible for this. Even under these gruesome murders, these politicians are raising caste issue. You could have seen in Swati case.
Yes.
Swati was a Brahmin. The person who had murdered her, he belonged to other caste. He was a Dalit, I think. And after the murder has been executed, these politicians have raised voice that in favor of that culprit, Ram Kumar, and for citing the caste reasons. For reservations, you can raise the caste. Even for murder case, will you raise the caste? That is what I want to ask to these politicians. They said that because I had participated in a TV interview where one politician was coming and telling that she was a Brahmin. Then I asked a question in the open interview, telling that will you murder a person simply because he is a Brahmin, What is that you are raising? What is that caste issue? Even in criminal cases, you politicians are spoiling the what is that society. It should have been seen only from a crime angle. A lady was murdered by a person. That's all. There should not be any disparity about the caste, religion, and everything. So luckily in this case, no caste issue has been taken. But in Swadi's cases, caste issue has been raised. So that should not happen in this, because
and suicide closed the case also.
Yeah, this is happening only in Tamil Nadu. All cheap politicians are there. I'm very much bothered about the future welfare of the people of Tamil Nadu. We have such kind of politicians here, where they have been using all the petty issues, caste and religion issues, for each and every criminal cases.
Yes.
And bail, with regard to the bail, in some of the sensitive cases, as you said, bails are given freely by the court. Everybody has been blaming the court, stating that he had involved in a very gruesome murder,
crime,
and how he was released in bail. Because we have to see the legal procedures, what the law says, what CRPC says. CRPC says that if it's a murder, the charge sheet should be filed within 90 days.
90 days.
If it is not filed within 90 days, if even 1 day is exceeded, that culprit, that accused, is eligible for a default bail. Automatically he can get bail if the charge sheet is not filed within the stipulated time of 90 days. So police should have the responsibility to see that charge sheet should have been filed within 90 days. Even if they are waiting for some report from the forensic science department and other reports or other materials,
narcotics,
they could have filed what is that preliminary charge sheet. If a preliminary charge sheet is filed, court will not allow them to go on bail. So police should make all these things, should see their responsibility and see that all these culprits who are involved in gruesome murder should not be allowed to be released on bail simply because police had not filed the charge sheet. So that is what the police as well as judiciary has got the responsibility. Then the responsibility of lawyers. Eminent lawyers should not appeal for such criminals. They should follow a policy that for gruesome criminals, for normal crimes, there is no issue. For some gruesome murders, they should see that they should follow a policy that they should not appeal for criminals. Even in Ilbia case, initially advocates said that we will not appear.
Yes.
But finally, it was only the advocates who was delaying the process of hanging by filing so many petitions. So advocates also should have their social responsibility. Then only such sort of gruesome crimes can be curtailed in the society.
Thank you for joining me, sir.